open this gate.
So Aiste, you are not just a psychologist, but also sound therapist.
Yeah, the sound therapist, art therapist, and also we can say like Reiki master. So
What was that?
Reiki master is the person who works with the different energies, but mostly with the universal energies. So it's like some cherries on the top of the cake, being psychologist, and you put some cherries on the top.
But do you use in your everyday practice, or how it works? I mean,
with what exactly?
Gongs.
With the gongs, yeah, gongs. I think so. It's one of the main work, or it's kind of in the same amount of the time I spend as a psychologist. I spend the same amount of to work with the gongs. So I have like the day, not the daily classes, but weekly classes. And I have like the different workshops where I combine the different therapists to work with me and to help people to work with their emotional field, physical field, and then it's in that kind of the way. It's so good that I have from one side I have psychological view, and from another side I have we can say energetic understanding what is happening with the beings.
Okay, but for instance, for whom or whom could benefit the most from these therapies? I mean, do you work?
Everyone.
Yeah, but do you work more with clients who have I don't know, panic attacks, anxious, whatever? What's the most basic case you, if you can say, basic?
Especially with the gongs. So in this kind of the way that the gongs they create a really open space for everything to be in. So for example, they can create a space for the emotional relief. So the people who has
like stress relief.
Yes, stress relief. They can be like they can work with their anxiety. They can work with their lack of the joy or feeling insecure, feeling a bit unstable. So they can work with their emotional state. But if they also have some physical state, like some kind of the physical problems, if they have, for example, any kind of the disease. So it means that in the physical body, this place is out of the harmony, it's out of the balance, we can say like that. So they also can come to the gong baths because they work also on the cellular level, and they help the cells to come back into the normal vibration. There's a lot of researches about, like also with the blood. After 20 minutes of playing with the gong, the cells, the blood cells, they're coming in the really beautiful frequencies. Before they take the test before, and they saw that some of them they were clumpy, and then in some kind of the groups of the cells. And after 20 minutes of playing with the gong, it was like the cells was in the kind of the really beautiful sequences. So it's like it's working in the different layers, and also there's a lot of researches about the mental state. So that they're working more with the right brain side. So it's why people, when they're lying down, they can get a lot of answers, the clarity, the creativity. They can see some kind of the situations from another point of view. So it's really interesting that they work in the different layers. So it's not just like, and for some of the people, like if they're totally tired, they just come into the session, they lie down and they fall asleep, and they take the powerful nap. So in that kind of the way, it's like,
in that case, money wasted. But maybe not. I don't know. But would you say it's some kind of placebo?
No.
Where you just based on your belief or not? I mean.
No, I think so with the gongs, because you can feel the vibration, and you can see, for example, because we are made from the liquids, like 70, 80, 60%. The different people, they say in the different way. But we have the water inside. And then when the vibration touch the water, it's really easy to harmonize the physical body. And it's also that in all my years practice, I'm working with the sound therapy now for the last 7 years. And I could see how easy to trigger different emotions through the sound bath, through the gong bath, when the people, they're lying down. And then before the sessions, I prepare people to feel them, because like from the psychological side, when I know that if If you react on the emotion, it gets power and it can take over. If you feel, and then also it can get stuck into your body. And if you let yourself to feel that emotion, you can easily release. So during the sessions, I also encourage people, like if you suddenly start to feel the fear or frustration or the anger, don't try to question yourself why I'm feeling that. What is happening there? Like who brought me that feeling? And I always say that, okay, let yourself to feel the anger. How does it feel to feel the anger?
Makes sense.
So in that kind of the way, it's like huge relief. But I always before
But
the
that's
session
kind
I
of
prepare.
mindfulness, right? I mean, when you are in the spot and you are you are letting being you yourself, right? I mean, being
Yeah. So this is like the main
in a
problem
place
that
that
people,
moment.
but people they get outside of their body with their mind, and they forget to be present inside of themselves and to feel.
But I think you have a really good point. I mean, even I'm trying to take as less medicine as I can. For instance, if I have a headache, right? I want to I don't want to say I want to feel that headache, but if my body is sending me headache, so most probably it means something, right?
Yes. This is the same as in the car, for example.
And if you
Suddenly,
take
if you
a-
have like the button, the light shining, but there's some kind of the mistake in the car. So you know that, okay, this is like, you don't want just to
Yeah, exactly.
turn off the light, and then you just try to fix it and to
Exactly.
understand what exactly is not working in the car.
Yeah.
So this is the
Same with with panic
Yeah,
attacks, and
yeah.
I had also. I was also drinking Xanax. Beautiful thing, really best. But I don't want to.
It's like
It-
frozen. Like
it
to
it
freeze
makes
everything
you
and then
it makes you stupid. I don't know. Just not stupid. Makes you. No, on the other hand, it makes you smarter. I mean, you can get even more focus on Xanax. But Xanax makes you don't feel so much. I mean, in both spectrums, right? In good or bad. If someone would tell you you just won €1 million, you would say, okay, nice. If someone told you your whole family died, you would like, yeah, okay, sad. You know, it doesn't makes you human being.
yes,
It makes you
it
some
makes you
kind
numb.
of yeah, exactly. And that's why I was started to think, that even if you are feeling something mentally, it also means something. It means maybe you should stop somewhere. Maybe you are doing something wrong with yourself. Maybe yeah. So
I always say that our body talks, and we choose to listen or we choose not
definitely.
to.
Yeah, and the saddest thing is that most of people they choose the second option.
And then when they come to the counseling session, they usually say, "But can we fix that, or can we get something like to fix that?" And it's like, "Can we take a look into that?"
Yeah, actually.
And then they not a lot of people, they would like to
So-
deeply look into what is inside, why I'm feeling that, where is coming this insecurity or all this control or all this feeling unstable, and then they just want to, can we fix it now? And then it's the same, like if you didn't
But
if
people are stupid, including me. When I was also one of the first sessions with a psychologist, just came and said to her like, "Okay, I have this and that. Can you fix me?" And she was like, "You mean to fix you that you could get back to your old life and do the same?" Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you smart. And she was like, "I don't think so. But it should work that way." And yeah, but these shortcuts, we love him, right? I mean, which is also maybe sometimes a good thing in life. I mean, it's good to be lazy because
Of course
whole evolution based on laziness. Hard to not to agree, no? Same here. Like you are looking for shortcuts because you want the best for yourself, right? But that doesn't mean you're always right.
Yeah, but we have a lot of beliefs in our head. What makes the way that how we see the world and how we understand the world. And in that kind of the way that, of course, like if we are a bit open-minded, and then if we are open to see what is happening around us, and if we are present, and then with the mindfulness, we are going with the being, looking in everything as almost like you see for the first time. In that kind of the way, you can
like with child eyes.
Yeah, you can transform yourself in the really, really beautiful way. But if you suddenly understand that you know how it's working here, and you know how it's working there, and you know how it's supposed to be there and there and there, and if you put a lot of that around you, and a lot of this kind of the beliefs that this is supposed to be like this, I need this, and I need this, but you are changing every day. And after some time, it doesn't fit you anymore. And after some of
Of course,
the
you need to adjust always, right? I mean,
yes, but this is like for the people who are not present in themselves. They just like they got to know like one thing, and they continue to understanding about that. This is how the life is working. This is how they're supposed to be.
But I think it's also kind of important to have these things, as you said. This one works that way, this one works that way, because it makes our life easier. You have this program, and you don't need to rethink every time in the morning, like every morning, everything.
Yeah.
So you need to have these boxes, or I don't know.
But can you see and can you feel it? How it's how does it feel by doing something or behaving in one way, or behaving or like having some kind of the relationship, like the conversation or the situation? How I feel, because this is like the main information to understand if it's working or it's not working anymore for you.
But what I'm trying to say, you don't need to readjust everything every morning. It just maybe you can say, okay, today I will pick this box. I will look maybe a little bit deeper here, right? Maybe I will check my beliefs, as you say, in this point. Just you need to be open-minded just enough, in my opinion, just enough to open box by box and readjust time to time.
Yes.
You cannot change everything.
No, you don't need to, because in this kind of the way, it's like we need to go with such a natural flow, and then we can go with such a natural flow when we let ourselves to feel, to be present, to be like connected with ourselves. So this is why I really recommend to people to do a lot of things. It can be like, I don't say that you need to meditate. I could recommend, it's really powerful and it's really needed to meditate a lot. But maybe your meditation can be walking. Maybe another meditation can be dancing. The third meditation can be lying down in the sound therapy. I think
it's more or less for most of the people that we make this mistake when we say meditate. They think like yogi,
they have the image like this is
like
how
pop
brain is
culture
working.
image,
The brain is working like, okay, we like someone created this kind of the image, and then when we think, the first what pops up, this kind of the image.
They sold us that image. I mean, I work in marketing, right? In sales. I know how people are selling things.
Yeah, you need to create
it's
a
nasty
belief.
thing,
You need to create a belief about something, how it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
But being yourself in the moment is not so easy as it could sound. And I think it's even harder when you top your everyday madness with nicotine, alcohol, pornography. I don't know. Choose one. Drugs,
it's an
whatever.
addiction. It's a running away. You, in this kind of the way, you run away from yourself.
Fast food, shit food. I mean, it doesn't make easier when you top it with these things, and that's why most people, I think, we just come after work that sucks and do things that sucks them even more, and one day everything just go fuck over the roof. No. And yeah, that's why I think it's real nice what you are doing. I mean, not just the therapy. Therapy is, of course, needed, and we still have this kind of stigma. If I say I'm going to a psychologist, some people will still think like, "Oh, you're crazy. You're a crazy one." No, I mean, if my leg hurts, I go to leg doctor. I don't know, you know what I mean. If your head hurts, you go to head doctor. That's it. It shouldn't be that way. I mean,
It's for the
but it
people,
is still. I mean,
yeah, people, they still have like this belief that something is wrong for me if I need to go there,
but
but
it
I'm
is
really,
wrong. I mean, you
it's
are wrong. You need to understand
yeah.
that
you
something is
make,
wrong.
yes, it's like from one side, like it's really nice when you have like understanding that, okay, this life, what this, or this situation, what is happening at the moment doesn't fit to me, and this is means that it's something wrong for me, but I cannot understand like how to get out of that, or how to like to fix it, or how to feel it, or how to be with it. So then you ask like somebody, it's the same as you said, that if you see finally, okay, I have like the headache all over the days, maybe I have the migraine, so I need to do something with that, because I'm not satisfied, I'm not happy about that.
Yeah,
I have no joy. So then it's the same as you coming to the psychologist, or you coming to the Gong bath, because you're seeking for something. Like,
but don't you think that first you should fix everything around you what you are doing wrong? And I would say probably start not drinking alcohol. Probably you should start eating well. Probably you should start sleeping well. Probably you should start, exercising. And then if it's not fixable still, you should probably go somewhere to seek help.
But it costs from the inside. You understand this? Like, but if I, for example, if I used to eat like a lot of fat, fast food, if I
Or
used
candies.
to, or candies, or the sweet things, or if I want to, I don't know, if I don't want to be active at all, usually it is about emotional state. It is like,
I agree.
If you, for example, of course, you can try to push yourself out of these situations, and to say that, make the agreements. Okay, that now I'm gonna do the training. I'd go every day, or go like once a week, or whatever. I'm just gonna do the training. And in that kind of the way, it's just like, of course, you can build up something, and you can build up like a bit of the relief.
Exactly, build up. You don't need to start from big, right?
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
just like with walking. I'm walking now a lot. I'm trying, at least. But when I started, I had really so bad that 15 minutes walk was some kind of accomplishment.
Yeah.
And
So,
as you said, of course, it's always the question, which first, egg or chicken, right? I mean, but
everyone is totally
all
different.
but all I wanted to say here is, don't you think that many of these sicknesses, including here in the head, are kind of lifestyle sicknesses?
It's the same as the chicken and egg. It's totally the same. Who is the first? You know that we choose some kind of the lifestyle because we feel we have some kind of the beliefs inside of the head. Sometimes I have a lot of, for example, women who are really, really unhappy in their marriages, just because they have the belief that how the woman's supposed to look, what she's supposed to do, what she need to do, how she need to behave, what is going on, and then in that kind of the way, she don't have the contact with herself because of all these beliefs, and then she feel unhappy. She feel like really sad. She feel like really, I don't know. She gained the weight because she put herself in the last role. And in that kind of the way, of course,
but sometimes you need to sacrifice. I mean,
But it is like such a
Undependent
natural
on
state, like with a lot of people.
if you are a woman or man, doesn't matter. When you have family, especially kids, right?
Yeah.
There are many things you need to sacrifice for the family, for the kids. Just like it is. I mean,
But it is like, it's everything about the balance. Can you keep some kind of the balance into, okay, I have the kids, I need to take care of the kids, but my kids gonna be affected in the negative way if they're gonna have suffering mom. So in that kind of the way, I need to understand that I need to take care of myself, but I'm raising the healthy kids. So, but this is like one of the things that a lot of people, they forget. They said, okay, I need to earn the money, I need to take care that everything is stable and safe, I need to then this and this and this and this. And this, I need to. It's one of the biggest killers of our joy inside ourselves.
But sometimes you need to.
Sometimes if you...
Sometimes you just need to.
It's like...
And it's also okay. I mean, it's part of your life, right?
But if it's again like, if there's a lot of I need to, I supposed to, then it's not okay.
Again, balance, right? I mean,
it's like if I want and I need to, that is fine.
But you know,
but if I need because of something.
Sometimes you want to, and that's why you need to.
Yeah, but I said that if it's combined with want and need, it's fine. If there's just a need without want, then it's not fine.
But sometimes you have, again, very theoretically, right? Sometimes you need to because you want something else. I mean, you need to work to get money to buy something else, right? I mean, just...
but then maybe you can find the way how to work
you
in
need
a way
to
that
train
you're happy.
because you want to look good or feel good or whatever. So you don't want to train, but you kind of want to have these benefits what training does to you.
But look, this is like, it's in this way, it's really tricky that, for example, can I find the way, the training, the work, the money, it's really, really open way. Can I find the way that, okay, if I'm unhappy by doing something, for example, working in some kind of the place, so it means that I'm sacrificing myself. Can I find the way, and can I check my belief systems? Can I find the way how to work that I need to and I want to, and I'm gonna have something out of that. But I'm not like, if I'm waking up in the morning and I'm feeling, oh my God, I need to go to this work.
I once had this situation.
So what is about that? Like why I'm doing that?
10 years, 8 years ago, I don't know. Like really, you are going to sleep and you kind of, I don't want to say you want to kill yourself, but you just, you kind of, if I wouldn't wake up, that would mean I don't need to work, you know, it's not so bad. But, and you wake up and shit, fuck man, again, you know, it's like,
This is a lot of people who are like, in this kind of the case, this is bad. And then there's a lot of people who has the belief that I cannot maybe do something, I cannot, like, if they feel that I would like to do something in my life, but then I'm not going to earn the money out of that. So how to find a way that I can strengthen my belief that I can earn the money from what I like, and to find the ways, but not putting that aside. So look, this is like, it is like in the way that everything, like to go to the healthy psychological state, is to find the way how to support yourself to being more feelable, more joyful, more present, or not about like, okay, I'm gonna be maybe happy, more joyful, and whatever else a bit later on. But my kids are gonna be, and I'm gonna buy them.
With later it doesn't work.
No.
With later you will get Xanax, not be happy. I mean, you should know where it is going. I mean,
yes.
The end station is Xanax.
No, or like
or more Xanax.
Or the panic attacks. The people, they come with the panic attacks, and then it's like, I lived such a good life, and then suddenly the panic attack appeared. And I was like, say thank you to the panic attack.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
the panic attack, they just brought you that, okay, this is not working for you, what is happening at the moment.
But that's what you said, you know. I mean, when you try to step aside and look to your life and say, I mean, if you look at yourself like very from the side, like you look and, oh, this guy, he has a good job, nice wife, beautiful kids, you know, car, house, I don't know what the fuck. It's beautiful life.
And feels unhappy.
And feels fucking miserable. I mean, not just unhappy. Unhappy would be nice to be. I mean, you are kind of in this state where you wish to be just unhappy. I mean, that would be so much better. And I don't know. It's bad. It's really a dark place to to be.
And you know that.
That's even worse. You know that. You understand that. I mean, it's horrible. And when you start to think or ask yourself, why me? I mean, you think you are a kind of good person. I mean, good-ish, you know, to some extent. But you think I'm not so bad, right? I did something in my life, so I would deserve it. I said, God, what the fuck? Why? And that doesn't help. And when you need to find something to do different, or what to do different, or what not to do. And
So this is what I was telling you in the maybe a few minutes or 10 minutes ago. It's about the beliefs that, okay, I'm married, I have the kids, I have the house, I have the car, I have the work, I have like stable financial situation, and all this kind of the things what we got from the society as the beliefs, what is like what the person's supposed to have to be happy.
To be happy, but it's.
And then we seek like naturally, and then the way that, for example, like people they raise us, it was just like, okay, that you need to have like the things, you need to have education, you need to take care of yourself, you need to do this and this and this and this. And then the people
But
when
they
they
are
come
not
in,
wrong.
they're like from one side, they're not wrong.
Absolutely not.
But
I
this
mean,
is like, but if I'm going to seek that, if I'm doing everything to have that, and then I come into the place.
you need
when
to
I-
sacrifice something. I mean, to get
this is like,
something,
look,
you need to
but-
give something.
Yeah, but if you get into the place where you can step out of yourself and you see that, okay, I have this and 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 this, but I'm unhappy. I feel miserable. I feel really, really, really bad. So this doesn't mean that you follow the path what was explained as is like the way it's supposed to be. You were not present with yourself.
But that's what I'm trying to say. It's not bad. I mean, this
No,
path is
no,
not bad.
no.
These seekings are not bad.
No,
These material things, they are not bad. Nothing is bad. I mean,
no.
we got this from generation to generation. How we supposed to live, or what we're not supposed to be, or what not supposed to do. Same if you took religion, right? It's just a set of rules how to live, and we was not wrong. I mean, we was kind of right, but you need to understand that all these things, at least how I see now, it's some kind of guidelines. You know, you don't necessarily need to follow all of them. You can say, okay, this one I don't want. I will just not take it. Or this one I will take to some extent with where I'm comfortable, whatever. You know what I mean? It's just, you need to be, as you said, in a place, in a time, and pick your way to build from these beliefs.
But this is like if you have enough strength inside and the contact with yourself to understand what you want and what you don't want. Because there's a lot of people who has this like the belief that, okay, this is what
Big
I
time.
need.
A lot.
What this is like. And then it's just like sometimes we don't like, maybe my parents or my society was telling me that I'm supposed to get education and be like, I don't know, lawyer, for example. But I damn love the landscape. I love to be in the farm. I love to be with the animals. And I feel that I don't want to take this education, but I'm gonna take because this is like the way. And there's a lot of people that were like, there's a who's following some kind of the path because they feel that they're supposed to. And they feel like they're suppressing themselves, suppressing their need, their wish to be someone. And then I'm really happy that sometimes after, like, I don't know, when they get like even the panic attacks or whatever, they shake everything out and they understand that I don't want to go this path. I'm going this path, and I don't care what the people they're gonna think. And I'm so happy when the people they finally make this kind of the decision that I don't care how the people think about from the outside of what is supposed to be in our life. When they just like feels like, because all of us, we know what we love to do, what we would like to do, where we would like to be, how we would like to have. And then there's this another side that is just like how it's like the normal grown-up human being
But
supposed to look, and
sometimes
then
it's covered in layers, you know, like
of course.
like you kind of know what you want to do with your life, but it's covered again with all these beliefs. And sometimes I think it's not so easy to, I mean, it's hard to tell yourself that you want to do this or that, because maybe deep inside you know, but even you are not able to express to yourself. And I'm not saying you would be able to articulate to the world what you want. I mean, it's,
But you know, I think so it's happening through the self-exploration. If you can let yourself to not to put any kind of the, I don't know, pressure on yourself, but then it's just like, can I explore? Can I connect with myself? Can I understand like who that person is inside? Like how is like, and then this is
good
like,
question.
This
Who is this guy in my body? You know, because you look in the mirror and say, who is he? I mean, yeah.
So this is like one of the things that, can I spend my time to understand, to feel it, to connect it, to understand and to be like, and then to listen. And then in that kind of the way is the best your, like, I don't know, meditation, religion or whatever, to connect with your deep source, what you have inside.
But it's good that you mentioned also meditation and religion, because I think it also could be helpful a lot to find yourself.
Yes.
I mean, these guys were not so crazy. I mean, in so many years we found really nice instruments for that. But in your opinion, what is the, should I say fastest? No, the best kind
The
of
fastest one.
most efficient, the best way in some sense to understand yourself, to get some kind of peace with yourself. What do you think? Like if you would say like bullet points, whatever, just
Like one of the things that it's really important to check in and check out with yourself every day and every morning and every evening. So the same as if you would go into the plane. Imagine that you're waking up and you're gonna go into the plane. So you need to check in into the plane. So find a way. Like sometimes you can look into the mirror. You can look into your eyes. You can look into check in with your whole body. You can use the touch to feel yourself and check in into yourself. You can you can use the breath a little bit to be conscious about your breathing, to check in. Or maybe just to ask yourself, how do I feel? This is like the way I can check in. This is the different ways. Like different people, they can find like by looking, by touching, by feeling the breath, by saying so. So it's it's really, really, really simple.
Do you know something about what's called the Wim Hof method?
Yes.
Oh, okay, nice.
I'm winter bather.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
So it's in that kind of the way.
Respect. I'm trying. I mean, trying. It's a hard word, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm very, very, very uncomfortable with a cold. Like really, it gets me. I don't know, but
you know what's really interesting with the Wim Hof method and also with the cold water. If like one is like you can do this fire breathing or whatever, but for the females, if you can calm your breath down, and if you can put your breath into the belly, and then you go into the cold water. For example, even like we practiced this winter when finally in Denmark there was the ice around, and you need
Really?
to, yes, and then you go into the water and you breathe as slowly, as calmly as possible. And then you calm yourself down, you check in again with yourself. You don't do this like, and you go inside and you go out. So it's like in this kind of the way it's not working. And in that
You need to do consciously. I mean,
yeah. But this is like also what you can train. Maybe 6 years ago, I was not going during the summertime in the sea because it was too cold for me. And now I'm going like the last 1 year and a half, I'm going almost every day. Now, of course, in the summertime, I don't have the good feeling to go into the sea because the sea is like
it's too warm.
It's not refreshing anymore. So in that kind of the way, it's also some kind of the check-in, being the present, feeling your body, feeling yourself, feeling what is happening with me. It's the same with the breath. It's the same with any kind of the. It's just like how I can get the contact with myself. So it's not supposed to be something big. It can be such a small. It's like it.
Yeah, but that was my question. Could one use as a check-in, as you said, breathing and going to cold?
Yes.
Because with breathing you just start. I don't know. I cannot hold for so long, but when you are without oxygen, it's what would be better to check yourself in. I mean, when you take this breath again, like. You can feel it, you're alive, like literally. And with cold water, it's like fucking every cell in you feels like. Mostly, I feel I want to get out of a shower, but that's also.
There's people they can also start with the cold shower. It's like it's really really good with a few minutes of the.
We are living by the sea, and literally on the beach. Not on the beach, but. Close to whatever.
So it's really really good practice. Really good practice.
Yeah, but I'm still stuck in the shower phase.
No, but in that kind of the way, you can, for example, start through the summertime and then go a little bit like step by step into the
that's
autumn,
my plan.
in the continue and then continue more and more. In that kind of the way, you can adapt yourself in the soft way that okay, it's getting colder. And I'm breathing slower and slower. I'm not putting like my breath into my lungs. I'm placing my breath into my belly. So in that kind of the way, it's also that, for example, if panic attack or it's like if I'm feeling really really anxious, I need to put my attention in the 2 fingers below my belly, because this is naturally calming down.
When you are having panic attack, did you have a
No.
No,
I'm working with that.
You should try it. It's so much fun.
I'm choosing to take care of myself and to check in and be present.
Sad. I mean, panic attack and Xanax one should try in life. It's like, but jokes aside, it's when you really think you will die or you get crazy, and you don't know which one will be first. It's hard to think about how you are breathing and where you are breathing. It's just.
That it's like if you went to the psychologist, and I think so that the psychologist is supposed to tell you that panic attack is just caused by the thought, and nothing physically cannot happen. And in that kind of the way.
And you know it.
And then it's just.
Before and after. Yeah. But you don't know it.
But you can
happens.
See and you can feel. But from like working with the clients with the panic attack, when it's coming, you feel the building up.
Yes.
So in that kind of the way, when you feel the building up, so if you can do something to stop the things what is not working, and then just to connect with yourself, feel yourself, and let yourself a little bit to slow your breath, to see like how it's like what is happening with me.
You're right. But it's easier said than done.
Of course.
It's not easy.
Everything comes with the practice. As winter bathing, everything's coming with the practice, like to the joy. Of course, if you never tried and you go in January to jump into in icy water, it's like it's a shock. But if you prepare yourself, it's the same as like if you see that okay, with the panic attacks, you just like, you can see the building up, and you can like, okay, prepare yourself, like, or like calm yourself down, or just work with yourself. So maybe you're gonna avoid it.
Yeah, but at least what I tried, when you try to prepare yourself, how to say more, the more you are giving focus to that and trying to fight the more it builds
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And
This is like, if you try to stop or avoid the places, or to
that's bad.
that's really bad.
That's bad.
Really bad,
I
because
know.
then you encourage the fear.
You would end up in a really small room and die. Where, I mean, when you start to avoid shop because you had
Yeah.
once
Yes,
panic attack
yes,
in a shop.
yes.
You next time you will avoid gym because you had maybe one in a gym, and next time you will avoid going to work because it can happen at work, and when you end up being at home,
Yeah,
and when you
yeah,
don't go to shower because you had one in a shower,
yeah.
you know,
So this is like, it's
and
really,
when you
really
stop
worse.
eating this because when you ate sushi you had a panic attack.
Yeah,
Your mind's
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
dumb.
yeah.
It's like, oh, you had sushi and panic attack. Sushi is bad.
Oh.
We somehow
We try to
want.
blame everything
Yeah.
around. It's just like, it's not me, it's not my inside, it's
Yeah.
everything what is outside.
Exactly. And that's the easy way, right?
Yeah. And it's like, it's normal way. It's also with the gongs, that people, when they come in and lying down, and suddenly they start to feel like really, really intensive emotions. And now I'm just, because of this all 7 years, I always say that if the emotion appears, don't try to find anyone outside to blame for that emotion, because that emotion you have inside, and can you let
Exactly.
yourself to feel it?
Exactly.
And this is the same like with the panic attacks. We can say that, okay, this caused me, this caused me, this caused me, this caused me, and this caused me. And this is like about like, okay, how I can work with myself to feel more secure, more stable, more like grounded, more like inside of myself, and not in my head, but inside of in my whole body. So this is like, of course, it's not happen. There is not. We don't have them any magic stick. It cannot happen. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
and
this is like, now you're gonna be like healthy and happy and.
You
whatever.
kind of have Xanax, but no, unfortunately, and that's the life, right? And that's the probably also some kind of beauty in life. I mean, all these struggles and
Yeah, because our body talks.
yeah, and you would not see beautiful moments without these shitty moments, right? I mean, when someone tells me like, "Oh, I wish to be always happy,"
No.
I know the answer. Drugs, use drugs, and hard drugs. You will be happy all the time. I mean, really, just push it. Oh, happiness, pure happiness. I don't know. I don't want that. Yeah, of course you don't, because you don't. Normally, you don't want to be happy all the time.
No,
You just think kinda you want, you seek that, but and I think you understand that when you are really miserable, and all you want is just to get to normal. I mean, you understand. You don't want to be happy. You just don't want to be not so miserable.
I would not say something about. Of course, when you are in the bad situation, you just want not to have it and to have like the normal.
And that's
so
normal,
this is
right?
like, I can understand. But if you are in the normal state, and then if you are interested into the self-development or self-exploration, you just understand that if you take one flower, it's kind of the, it's a nice one flower. But if you take the whole bouquet, the huge bouquet of the flowers, amazing. So it's the same with the emotions, or like, we don't need, like, if we just consider, okay, happy, be happy. So it's like one separate flower. And but if you say that I let myself to be sad, I let myself to be frustrated if I want, I let myself to be angry, I let myself to be joyful, I let myself to have like huge amount of love and whatever. This is the whole bouquet.
Yeah.
And then if we agree that, okay, I want to have everything, I want to feel. I want to be in the life and live not as a robot, not as a, I don't know, I want to feel it. Everything what is happening.
Exactly.
And this is like the main key is to feel.
But I am afraid that most of the people, when they say we want to be happy, all we want to be kind of hedonistic happy. I think
Yeah.
that's the problem. And it's not bad. I mean,
No,
sometimes you also need that, but
yeah.
but you cannot live that all the time, and you should understand that.
Yeah.
And yeah, could be also the problem here. Like, what do you think is happiness?
No, but it's like, I think so. It was from, the actor Jim Carrey.
Yes, I just told you I don't know many actors,
Yeah,
but Jim Carrey I know.
Yeah. So at the moment I think so. He has like really, really, really nice deep topics with, and the really beautiful thoughts that he can share with the world. And one of the topic he was talking about that the pain and feeling unhappy, it becomes when your brain is like, or the head or the mind is out of yourself, and then when you're not connecting the heart, the feelings, and together with the head. So when you are not present into your body, so then you feel unhappy and like you feeling pain, you feel miserable, and when you're not inside of yourself.
I believe that. I mean, look how many we are unhappy, and when, as a normal human being like me and you, when you think, he or she is a star, he has money, drugs, alcohol. I mean,
And this
everything.
is not about happiness at all.
No.
Exactly.
No, that's what I was trying to say. This
it's
hedonistic happiness is not happiness.
No.
It's some kind of
So when is the
simulation
mind,
of happiness.
When the mind is out, and then you say that, okay, he's the more happy than me, and then my mind is out there, and it's just like, and when there's a comparison, and I try to compare with someone who's like, and looking, and then if I like compare with myself and I put myself down, this is the worst thing.
Don't you think that social media is playing a big role here?
Yes.
A lot.
Yes, a lot. Social media playing really, really a lot. Like there's a lot of people who are, especially if they feel miserable, unhappy, they try to feed up their like being seen, being like that everything is fine, everything is so beautiful, by placing some pictures, by placing some kind of the videos, or placing some kind of the post.
You mean when you are trying to lie to yourself?
Yeah. So this is like, oh, I'm really good, and then because I saw that a lot of people, they are so happy and so everything, and it's like, okay, why I'm so bad, and why I'm so like, this is like from the two different sides. Like one, when I place it, when I lie to myself and I place in the way that I would like the world sees me.
But and you. And you understand that. You know that you are not so happy. I mean, it's not your life. It's some kind of, you would wish that it would be your life. I mean, I don't mind to show things from better side. Also including social media, right? I mean, all what we are doing now, filming and this and that, is also we are trying to find a better spot to show better as it is, right? We also did some preparation for the room before filming, right? Just it looks better. So I don't think it's a bad idea to do that. But sometimes people, I think, on social media, they are just it's just not their life. They're just posting some bullshit, like really bullshit. Like you go, oh, nice Ferrari, oh. Selfie. Look at my new Ferrari or whatever. Okay, that was a big, but you got the idea. And
then it's also that we can compare like social media, when you place something, like some kind of the picture, and people they wait for the feedback, and it's they can be as an addiction. They can be as a feeling like, okay, I could the same as was like a drugs. It can be that, okay, I'm getting the feedback, I'm getting the likes, I'm getting the hearts, I'm getting
But you know,
something.
social media is a cheap dopamine, right? I mean, it's really cheap way to get that.
Yeah. So for the people who are in really unstable state, I usually recommend to avoid the social media as much as possible, and then not to have like always scrolling what is happening, what people they
And
do,
not just
and then
social media, also all these, as you
Yeah.
mentioned, scrolling,
Mhm.
games or whatever,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, that
It's
that
again like
sucks you.
it's running out from the inside because people
Exactly.
they don't want to look
But
inside and
same
then
like
connect
drugs.
with the yes, it's totally the same.
Same.
And so it's like why I say that can we
Microdosing.
do like can we do the check-ins and check-outs, like short check-ins and check-outs, and you can see that how beautiful it
Yeah,
can be.
back to check-ins, check-outs. I got
Uh-huh.
the idea about check-in,
Mhm.
but
And
what
check-
did you mean about check-out?
Check
Like,
out in the evening. You can also find the word about your day, find the feeling about your day, find the how are you like at the moment. Check in within your inside, like how is today, Edwin?
but don't you think that religion, which
Mm.
are we running from the religion as much as and fast as we can,
Mhm.
which I think is really bad, but
Mhm.
that's my opinion. But don't you think like this check-in and check-out people had with praying in the morning, praying in the afternoon, evening.
But it's again like
You-
if I pray and if my mind is out from myself, it's just like if I'm praying about like in natural way, I'm connecting with the God and I'm asking like or speaking through my heart, through my inside.
Yes.
It's one. But if I'm just saying the mantra, for example,
But I think it's some kind of combination, right? You are saying mantra. I mean, you are praying the praise in English, I think. And then you have some kind of direct with a God, like God, I was like this and that.
yeah. But
and,
if you're saying like that, it's already like you checking in, and you're talking about how you are, and what you wish, and where you would like to have the support, or where you would like to have some kind
Exactly.
of. So this is
And
like it is
all
about
these thoughts you are telling to God, you are telling to yourself, and you, in most ways, you understand that, and it's a beautiful thing, I think. And all these, also priests, they used to be also psychologists, no? So
we can call them like really like if there's really good priest, he can be really amazing
yeah,
psychologist.
I think so.
Like because they're ready to listen you. They have the space to hear what the people say. Of course, it depends. Like if the person following the just like how the thing's supposed to be. Now you said this. I'm not gonna react you as the like human being. I'm just gonna give you like 10.
Then Ave Maria.
Yeah, and whatever. So this is
But
like it's also depends.
you know,
It's
you
also
could
depends.
also be bad psychologist,
Yes,
or
of course.
instead of taking care of your customer, can I say? You just say, just go drink Xanax, and it will. I'm always repeating Xanax just because it's only I know. I mean, I don't know any other names to drop. It's just one. No, I know one, but I
The
forgot.
big one.
Yeah, and probably more people also have the same. They don't know these names so much. But and you think that with, let's say, sound therapy, or you said also art therapy.
The
You-
art you can, for example, with the art you can
Like
do
painting
it
or-
at home. For example, even take the small piece of the paper, take and even any kind of the pen. You don't need to have a lot of things. You don't need to have I don't know the whole palette of the colors. You can just paint whatever is coming from your inside, and it's just like I can ask myself, how do I feel? And I can close my eyes and I can paint whatever is happening. or maybe I want to express exactly what I feel at the moment in some kind of the details. And then can I look from it's the same like, can I take my feeling, place on the table, and take a look into this?
But do you teach that, or you just say go home and paint?
No, I add sometimes if I see that the person is stuck and it cannot see or it cannot feel, I ask people to paint and to see through that. So sometimes it's also during the sessions.
And what if I paint horrible?
So we look into that.
Oh, okay.
We're not avoiding like, okay, this is, oh my God, it's not beautiful, so you're not gonna look into that. No. It's just like, take it at home. I don't want to. I don't want to take it.
Get out.
Yeah.
But and the sound therapy, I mean, you are doing just in Copenhagen, right?
No, I'm in.
Or you are traveling?
I'm going into the different places, into the mostly it's in Copenhagen, but I have like every quarter I go to the Holbæk, every quarter I go to the Jylland,
no, but
Sweden,
I mean,
and just like
Sweden as well.
Yes, Sweden also. I'm teaching in Sweden sound therapy education, and I'm having the gong baths, the gong nights, and all this kind of stuff.
Gong night sounds a little bit strange. I mean, usually I want to drop some bad jokes. I'm really good at it. I'm trying to hold myself from that. But gong night sounds good. You said teaching.
Yeah.
Don't you think that we should have more emphasis, more focus on teaching our kids mindfulness? We have sound therapies, art therapies, whatever, instead of focusing too much on math and English or whatever,
No, but I think so. We can be anyway in any kind of the method, by where we can help the kids to feel. Anyway, so this is no right or wrong way. Can be the different methods. How we can help the people to feel, the kids to feel. This is one of the main things that they need to learn.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Of course, like in some of the places.
Yeah, but not in most of the schools. Because we are just making some kind of fucking robots, just learn math, fuck off. Maybe he will never be good at math, and I mean, I'm not using even 10% math what I learned in the school, right? Like really.
But imagine if you're at home, you would during the dinner you would ask, or you would tell by yourself how you feel at the moment, or how you felt today. And you ask like your son or your daughter, like, okay,
as we were talking, before, you need to be an example for your kid.
Yes. In that kind of the way, imagine if in the different families they would even start once a day to ask how you feel, how your kids is feeling. And of course, usually in the beginning they would say everything is fine.
Yeah,
it was good.
My kids always say good.
Yeah. So, but in that kind of the way, if you give the example, you said that today I felt this and this and this and this. And I, for example, sometimes to my clients, I give the chart with the bubbles of the emotions. So it's really playful. And then we decide that, okay, we can show. Because maybe we don't know how we call this emotion.
But sometimes you are so much preoccupied and you at least you think you are so busy, because you are not fucking so busy as you think.
Yeah.
But it's even, I mean, if someone asks you at the end of the day, how was your day? You're kind of like, I don't know.
So this is
yes,
but this is
kind of blank.
Yeah, but this is lack of the feeling, lack of the being present. So if I can stop myself step by step, and I can make this, that sometimes in the workplace we used to say that 5 minutes every hour you need to have the pause. Some people, they was like saying that, okay, the pause to go to smoke. They make this kind of
that was
but this is like, but some people, like, if you can have the healthy pause, it's just like, and then to feel it, like to take that cup of the tea, or maybe to chat with the person, and just to relax, and or maybe just like to sit and.
That would be probably the best.
What is happening?
But it's really good that you mentioned that. I quit smoking for 1.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
1st of January.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I did it on purpose,
Mm-hmm.
just to make people laugh when
Mm-hmm.
I will say like
Mm-hmm.
I quit smoking 1st of
Mm-hmm.
January, and you see it works.
Mm-hmm.
It works okay. But before, when I was smoking, what I want to ask is when you are working and going to smoke to make a break, it's totally normal. I mean, he's going to smoke, no questions.
Yeah.
Try to go somewhere to make some briefing or whatever. People will say, like, the fuck, where you going?
And here it depends how you feel about that.
But yeah, but you get the question,
Yes,
right?
I know.
I mean,
This is like, but then it's just like, look, if there's
society
a different,
norms are so fucked up that when you want to help to yourself, you look like a crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go to damage yourself every hour, cool guy. I mean,
But this again, like here,
Yeah.
it depends how you see by yourself. And then if you say that, if somebody asks at work, like, what are you doing? I'm just like, I'm going to take some breath out. And then if somebody would like, if you feel uncomfortable about doing that,
and
you
at
could feel
the
like
beginning probably you
it's just
will.
like you can feel like, okay, what they're gonna think about me, or how it's
Probably.
gonna be. But
Probably.
if I feel proud that I'm taking care of myself, I'm doing that for me, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going outside just to inhale, exhale, and to
No,
be
no.
a little bit, and I'm coming back, and then it's like you can say that, oh, this is working really perfectly, and then you just go inside.
But exactly,
It depends how you feel by everything, anything you're doing. It depends how you feel by yourself.
exactly.
And then like people, they can, if you feel like really good about that, people who say like this looks really strange, it looks stupid or whatever, and then you say that for me it's working.
But don't you think that you should probably expose more yourself to these situations? I mean, to every bad situation, you should expose you more, so you build up this kind of strength. You know, if you know your colleagues think you are crazy going out to breathe, for instance, you just go more out to breathe, and you check that they see you are going.
This is like, are you doing that for yourself or are you doing to impress the colleagues?
Good question. Both, but
So this is like,
same, you know, with smoking. When I finally quit, because I tried also a few times before, I did it just because I could imagine myself being not smoking. Before, I could not imagine myself without cigarette, you know. And about exposing, I was going with some guys to smoke together and not smoking, you know. When I quit, I had maybe 2-3 packs of cigarettes and everything at home.
yeah,
And I knew that I had. Because, you know, some people will say you don't need to go with smokers. You need to throw out cigarettes and this and that.
because
No,
this is like
will not help.
you're feeding the fear in this
Exactly,
way.
exactly. And with everything, I think is kind of the same.
Yeah.
You don't, you don't need to feed these fears. I mean, as I said. And you should expose yourself probably more with the good things.
I don't like the word expose.
Why? It's nice word.
It's like
It's the only word I know.
it's like,
I mean-
it's not about that. It's if you do something, it's really important that you check in how you feel, and then you do that because you feel that it's good for you and it's for you, and it's, you don't push yourself too hard to push some limits. You can add a little bit, sometimes more, but it's mostly I'm doing that because it gives me something good and positive, and then I feel better about that. If I push myself in the situations, it's the same like would be if I never tried to go into the water and I push myself into the water to stay there. It's like, can I go slower? It's just like we don't have the rush, you know, but in this society we have so much of the, okay, we need to be fast, we need to be quick, we need to do this and this and this and this.
Efficient.
No.
I love it.
No. It's just like here we can we go and experience, explore, feel it, and then be it in it, and then just like understand and like to feel how it's for me. Do like if I saw that my colleague is doing like the jumping into the water and staying there for the 1 minute, and I was just like, I'm gonna do that, like I'm gonna do that also. I will try to make it like 1 minute, and then you're doing that because you in the competitive state, we can
But
say.
competitiveness is also good. I mean, you if you are doing something, you want to get better in it, right?
Yeah, but this is like if you want to, if you do the comparison, it's not good. If you do that,
But what if you compare yourself to yourself yesterday? I mean,
if you do that for like,
I was in a cold water yesterday 1 minute, and today I will try to do 2 minutes. What's wrong about that? Nothing.
But if, for example, if you
I'm
say,
competing.
but if you stay in the water, like for 1 minute and one minute in the past, and then you're staying a little bit more, and it's maybe 1 minute and a half, and you feel that it's enough. Will you listen yourself, or will you say, okay, I'm gonna stay for the 2 minutes? This is again like, can I listen myself?
But you know, if I would listen myself, I would just lay at home on a sofa with a beer and probably, I don't know. I think so.
This is Saturday. It's your day off, and you do what you want.
Yeah, but
this is like you're not laying down in the bed. You do what you want, and then you find the energy and you find how to move your butt.
But you need to push yourself a little bit, right? At least to push yourself out of a bed, to push yourself out of your home. You know, little by little. And
this is that long discussion. And
I'm fucking lazy.
I mean,
I know that.
It depends on a lot of factors, and then step by step, it's possible to look why I'm feeling not energized, why I don't have energy to do some kind of the things. So this is like
also that
if you look into the, not that I'm placing the label on myself, and this is like what I don't like in psychology, but we so easy put the label depression, anxiety, panic attacks, like this is this and this and this.
And don't you think these words are used too fast in society?
Yes.
I mean,
this is like what I'm
if
saying, that
you
you
feel a little bit
yourself.
sad,
yeah.
I'm depressed. No, fuck.
No.
You are sad. You are not depressed.
So this is why I use this one, because you said that I'm lazy. This is again the label.
Yeah, but I am lazy.
Like, yeah, but this is like,
nothing,
if I feel
wrong.
depressed, it's like, yeah, I had depression. This is the same. This is totally the same. And then if I can understand like why I'm feeling lazy, why I'm feeling like not having energy.
Good point.
And this is like, if I'm trying not to put the label on, but to check in with myself and understand myself. It's again like I'm getting back again and again and again, because everything what is happening, we can complain and we can put a lot of labels, and we could say that we are this and 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 this, and we have like, this is like maybe fucked up, this is bad, this is like really amazing, this is really good. But then it's just like everything is about like what is the most right for you. You can feel it and you can know it, but by connecting with yourself. And this is what is the main self-exploration.
Right.
And
you're
then it's,
totally right.
It is everything based on that, and find the way how to explore yourself, how to get to know yourself, because maybe we know our kids more than ourselves.
I doubt, but maybe. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I just got a private session. And free of charge.
Yeah.
I still think it's free of charge. No, nothing is free. The most expensive things in life are free.
Mm.
So nothing
and they're coming back in some kind of the way.
Yeah, so nothing is free in life. But with gongs, again, I just want to ask, can you, for instance, do some therapy by yourself at home, like on YouTube or whatever, and just listen? Or you need to get it physically? I mean, is it any difference?
It's a huge difference. Like one is
even if I have a good speakers at home.
Yes, because
stupid question maybe, but
because the main thing in the sound therapy, of course, like if you look into the mental level,
yes,
we can have like we can look into the it helps to calm down your brain waves. It helps you to go into another like brain waves where you can relax more, you can fall asleep, or you can just I don't know, go into the meditative state. It can do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to work with your emotional, physical layers, you need a vibration.
Mm-hmm.
You need to like frequencies here
To
when
feel
you
them.
feel it, and then in that kind of the way they can work in the more different layers with you when you just like listening at home. Of course it works. You can find like really really beautiful sound meditation, a gong meditation or something like
But
that, and
it
you
would
can
be
just
just with
it's
for
mostly
meditational
yes
reasons.
you
Okay.
can do that as a really beautiful meditation.
It's better than nothing, right?
Of course, yeah.
Can you send me a few links? But yeah, I mean, why not just to try?
Yeah, I have recorded for the lockdown few sessions, so
Mm-hmm.
I think so I can easily share it.
Nice, nice. And we could also, when we release the interview or podcast, you call it how you want, we can or you can just drop few links
Yeah,
below.
yeah, easily.
Cool. And thank you for having me or us. Or it was really nice.
It was really really pleasant.
I hope it's not the last time we are meeting.
No, I think so. We can look into the different topics.
So
And,
many topics.
Yeah, there's
I
still
mean-
so many different topics, and everything is still like about connecting with yourself in any kind of the way.
And being yourself.
Yes, yes. This is like everything like comes into the same back and back and back and again into the same like, do I feel myself, or I'm out in the outer world?
Yeah, just take a deep breath.
Yeah, and connect with yourself.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Open this gate.